Hello and welcome. My name is Lisa Buonocore and this is my Educational Technology Program portfolio. This portfolio is organized by the AECT standards in the ADDIE model. You'll notice that all the professional goals, artifacts, and reflection will relate to the AECT standards in the ADDIE model. Here on the home page, you'll also find the courses that I have completed as of May of 2014, as well as the 3 courses left to complete by December 2014. For my professional goals, you'll see that my background is in business management with a minor in computer information systems, and then immediately after my undergraduate studies, I started work here in Columbia, South Carolina at Colonial Life as a sales training and development consultant on the instructional design team. From there, I started looking for programs for a master's in instructional design or educational technology, and I chose USC's program, and it has proven to be the best fit for me. After 1 year in the master's program, I was promoted to a lead training consultant in October. My responsibilities now include more of the large-scale projects, and especially projects that focus on analysis and evaluation. So I still do the design and development work and implementation, but less focus on that and more focus on the analysis and evaluation. Upon completion of this program, I hope to not only further my abilities in this role, but also have opportunities for leadership roles. So you'll also find several artifacts on this page. And for Standard 1, I was able to relate several projects to each of the standards, but for content knowledge, one that I'd like to point out is the Big Redesign Project. This project was completed last spring of 2013 and was an assignment I was able to apply from work. The project at work was to update an existing course, which we call just-in-time training, that was offered both as a self-paced module and classroom training. The feedback we had been getting from the field was that the content was too legal heavy and really didn't relate to the sales representative. So I was able to update the training while using the ADDIE model as the basis. So there are several AECT standards that fell into this training, such as creating, using, assessing, and evaluating, and managing. I would say that managing was the biggest part of this project because I managed it from start to finish, which included a detailed timeline that had step-by-step each item that we would need to complete for each phase of ADDIE, as well as scheduling time and reviews by the subject matter experts, legal and compliance, the media center, as well as others. So it was working with a lot of different stakeholders to make sure we were achieving the ultimate goal. For Standard 2, Content Pedagogy, one artifact that I would like to point out is the AECT ADDIE Reflection. This was done in September 2012, and so this was really my first instructional design course within the program. So this assignment was to reflect on why we chose the program, and then to compare and contrast the AECT standards and the ADDIE model. So this was really my first chance to reflect on why I chose this program, and then how the AECT standards and ADDIE model relate to my goals, as well as what I'm currently doing at work. So there were several performance indicators that apply to this, such as assessing and evaluating and managing. I think the assessing and evaluating piece here was key. So I not only evaluated why I wanted to be in this program, but also the standards and the ADDIE model. So for this project, I was also able to include extensive work we had done regarding the ADDIE model at work, and that was to process map our just-in-time training development process. So from start to finish, every step in that process is outlined, and now it's something that the whole team has, and actually the whole department can follow, so each stakeholder knows when they're involved and how that fits into the overall big picture. For Standard 3, Learning Environments, one of the artifacts I chose to point out was the final multimedia project. This was completed in the fall of 2012, and my topic was on interactive learning. So I was able to apply something that I do on a daily basis, which is build self-paced training, to this course. So for this project, several performance indicators related, such as creating, using, and diversity of learners. I think the diversity of learners is really the key indicator here, because we can't be developing training to just fit one learning style. And especially with the sales representatives that I build training for, there are 5,000 of them all across the country with all different backgrounds and all different learning styles. So by creating interactive learning, it's giving somebody the opportunity to learn differently from other aspects of training that we have out there. So we still offer a variety of training needs, and hopefully we can hit on some of their learning styles out there. For Standard 4, Professional Knowledge and Skills, one project I would like to highlight was the group project for Social Comm. This was completed in the fall of 2012, and the topic for the group was on effective communication at work, phone, or email. We chose this topic because the content expert had a communications background, and it was something that we could all relate to and apply to our day-to-day work. For my role, I was the multimedia producer, and I was given that role because of my background in developing training. So I was responsible for building the self-paced course for this project, among other things. There are several performance indicators that would apply to this project: collaborative practice, leadership, assessing and evaluating, and ethics. I think the collaborative practice piece is the key element here. This was the first time that I worked in a group project for doing it all virtually. So there was a lot of challenges that we encountered, and it was just a new way of doing things. But I was able to adapt my skills to meet the needs of the group and really learn how it can be applied. It was also something that we followed the ADDIE model from start to finish to complete. For Standard 5 on research, I chose the Instructional Media Project, which was just completed in March of this year. My topic for this project was evaluation of sales training using adult learning theory. And this really was a culmination of everything I've learned in this program. So the project that I'm doing at work is on developing the evaluation phase of ADDIE and how we can apply that to all sales training initiatives within the program. So for this course, I was able to build out training on adult learning theory that members of the core team that I'm organizing at work can take to learn more. So not everybody has an education background or has experience as an instructional designer. So this tutorial was able to give them more of a background on adult learning theory and how we could apply that to the business requirements for the project. So several indicators apply to this one, such as theoretical foundations, method, and assessing and evaluating. So really the assessing and evaluating piece is huge here. It's the whole concept for the project at work, and it was something that was important to do in this project. So really the ADDIE model is key for this project because we're trying to build out the evaluation phase. So we're trying to get to really the delivery method, the content, the learner experience for each of our training initiatives to make sure they're really adding value for our sales organization. I really enjoyed looking back for my reflection on my time in the program. There's a lot of things that I've learned, and I've grown a lot both as a student and as an instructional designer. So there are many connections that I've been able to make from my day-to-day assignments to my schoolwork. And as noted in my artifacts, there are several projects, almost every project that I've worked on, I've found a way to apply it to my day-to-day work. So that benefits not only me, but it can benefit the rest of my team and even members of my department. So that truly has been a great experience. It's also something that my managers at work look for. So they keep looking for opportunities for me to apply what I've learned in school to projects at work. And the evaluation project is really the biggest component of that for the project that I've been chosen to lead at work. One of the biggest things I think I've found through trying to get this master's degree is the credibility it can build at work and how far that can really go. So I find myself referencing adult learning theory and different assignments and projects that I've worked on throughout my time in grad school. And it really does help build rapport with business owners and stakeholders and really make a big difference for not only me but the rest of my team to understand what we do and how that is going to be beneficial to the sales organization. So for looking back on all my experiences within this program, it really has been truly amazing. And it just makes me reassured that I made the right decision by choosing this program here at USC. So this completes my program portfolio. I thank you for your time, and please let me know if you have any questions.